So AK Badal is asking a question. I'm going to read out those questions because what happens is um, uh, the class is not able to capture what has been written here. So what are the ways to exit from a stock if current market price is in profit? I mean, between exiting at supply zone and between trailing stop loss, which is one more profitable? Which one is more profitable in long run? So his question was, I think just give me 1 second. I think this is a very important question, and I'm going to give you an answer to that question very quickly. But let me just take a check on how many people have come in and who's. Uh, Bharat, I'm not able to see this. How many people have come in now? There are 12 people who. So let me just write down the names. There's AK Badal, Akshay Natu, Amit Suri, Anil Puri, Amol Vernikar, yeah, Kunal Chaudhary, Shashikant Jagtap, Sushil Sharma, Vipin, yeah. All right, great stuff. So all the legends are here. All right, great stuff. So but we are officially starting the class now, and this class was or was not is an Ask Me Anything questions, which means this is an exclusive again a webinar for masterclass, yeah, which is TC and IMP series. And the objective of this class is that if you guys have any questions or doubts, then you can ask me there and you can get them rectified. Again, the objective of the class is so that I can take you onto a higher level of learning. I can take you on a higher, touch those points which usually doesn't get touched. So, first of all, there is one question which AK Badal has asked, and the question is, what are the ways to exit from stock if current market price is in profit? I mean, between exiting at supply zone and and with trailing stop loss, which one is more profitable in longer run? Again, the question is, where do you exit? So let me write this down so that you guys are able to understand. Where do you exit? Do you exit at uh, the supply zone, or do you exit at a trailing stop loss? Now, let me take 1 minute of your time and explain to you what these concepts mean if you guys haven't understood. And I'm going to talk about going long because obviously going short is exactly the opposite. But the strategies for trading short are different than trading long. However, people might disagree on that. There is an entire different concept of trading short vis-a-vis trading long. So I'm going to talk about going trading long. So what is going long? You're buying over here. Yeah, you buy over here, and the objective of buying over here is that let's talk about the price of 100, and the objective of buying over here is that you are expecting the stock to go up, and you are expecting the price to go to 200, and this is where you are going to sell. So you're buying here and you're selling here, and while that is happening, obviously there are now this is the ideal scenario how it should be happening. You buy here and you sell here, and while this is the ideal scenario, just give me 1 second, mummy. Just I'm sorry, my dog is playing a truant. While that is happening, this is the ideal situation. Um, the couple of scenarios which could happen. So it could start over here. So let me draw it in blue so that you understand the difference. You could again, the price of is 100. It could start over here and it could go up, and then it could turn around and come down, and then it go down. Or but let me do another version of it. It could start over here and it could go up and then down and up and down and up and down and up, and it could go anywhere it pleases to, because we really don't know how stocks perform. It could go like this and then it could go up. So multiple things are going to happen. Or the third scenario would be where you could buy over here, and it could directly go up and then come down. So but there are a couple of scenarios. So there's a scenario one, scenario two, scenario three, which is happening, and so which is okay. It could eventually go towards the supply zone, and you could exit at the supply zone in all these three scenarios. But what happens is your state of mind is really screwed, because it goes up and it comes down, and you're stressed out because you're not getting direct profit, or while you're going up you're happy and it comes down and you're losing all the money that you made already. and it's not a very pleasant surprise. This is even more worst because it goes up and down, and you know, your brain is fried, and obviously you're not making money. And this is the worst scenario where it has gone up, you did not exit here, and it came down. You're going to get very upset about it. So in that case, so the ideal scenario is where you would buy here and you would sell here. And this is what the second part of what Badal was saying is that buy here and sell here. But the second scenario is you buy here and put a trailing stop loss. Now, what does trailing stop loss mean? And let me explain to you. So as the price starts moving up, and let's say the prices come here, yeah, what you need to do is this is the amount of profit that you have. So what you need to do is you put a stop loss over here, and again the price goes further up till here, and you move. I'm not explaining to you how do you put a trailing stop loss. I'm only explaining to you what is the concept of a trailing stop loss. You move the stop over here. So this one does not exist anymore. You move it up here, and again the price goes here, and you don't, and you move the stop loss here. So now what you have done is uh, this, you have increased the stop losses in your direction, which means the risk is only this much, and this is your locked profit. Yeah, at any given point of time your profit gets locked, which means you have a peace of mind that maybe you did not make 100% or 100 rupees, but you have already made about 80 rupees, because this would be about 180. So let's say if I have to write down this as 180, then you already made 80 rupees. So there you go. So at least you have that solace that you are not going to, you know, take away all the profit which was on the table. So this is called as a trailing stop loss. Yeah. Now the question is, do you strictly go by this or do you go by this? And my answer to that is fairly simple. And my answer is it depends on the market conditions and how you think. So my answer is one, depends on the market condition. Because if the market is very choppy, then obviously you would want to take the money off your table. Yeah, again, this is an art, so I really cannot explain to you that this is what you need to do and that is what you need to do, and there are golden rules that only this will happen or only that will happen. So it's an art which you have to learn, and it comes with experience, and it comes with spending a longer time into the market and learning more and more. So one, if the market is extremely bullish, obviously you would want to take it at a supply zone, or two, you trail. Yeah. Now, so what is the advantages of this one? Fairly simple. The advantages is this, that you get all your profit, but the disadvantage is that you might lose all your profit. The advantages over here is that you may get partial profit, but the partial profit is secured. Yeah. So you might get partial profit, but that partial profit is secured. So you always have a peace of mind. Now, when do you use this and when do you use this? There is really no formula to it. I know a lot of people who very strictly go by this. Yeah. I know people who very strictly go by this. I know people who combine this. If you ask me what is my take on it, again, you don't have to follow me. Again, the whole objective of me teaching, and I want to make this very clear to you guys, if you are able to understand what I'm saying, my intentions are very clear. I do not want to force my thinking on you in the stock market, because finally trading in the stock market and who you are in the stock market depends on your personality. Until the time your trading style fits your personality, you are not going to have what is called as cognitive dissonance, because you're not going to create stress in your mind, because you are going by your very nature of who you are in the stock market. If you try to follow me, sacrosanct and verbatos, then your nature of who you are is very different, and what you are doing, which what I have taught you, is very different, and that itself is going to create a lot of stress in your mind, and you're going to fail in the stock market. So the right way to teach anybody in the stock market, which very few people do, because it is more difficult to do that, and it is also more controversial to do that, is you teach all the concepts and let people buy their how do I say the right word is mix and match, or discover themselves who they are in the market and discover their style, and then they last for a longer period of time. So I don't want to be forcibly telling you that this is the way, only way to do it. I'm showing you various scenarios. You need to sit down and pick it up. And the whole objective of the stock market again is very simple. Different people from different probabilities, where different people from different personalities come into the stock market, and all of them can coexist, all of them can become very successful, and it all depends if they follow what they are doing in life. So giving long story short, there are times where I do this, there are times where I do this. But if you ask me, because of my personality and my work and what I do, and because the way I am and my lifestyle currently, 70% of the time I'm here, 30% of the time I'm here. Why? That is my current scenario, that is my current state of mind. If I change this and let's say, for example, if I have a certain target and I want to do that, then very quickly I can move, very quickly I can move from here to here, and I can actually take only trades which are about 85% of the time I will only exit at supply zone, and maybe about 15% of the time I will exit this. So does it, what makes more money? You can't say guaranteedly, because if I tell you that this makes more money, but if the market has been choppy and it has been going on sideways for 3 years, or it can happen, then this strategy is going to completely fail you. Yeah. But if the market is extremely bullish, yeah, then this strategy will make a lot of money, and this strategy will fail you because there will be a lot of stocks which are going to go choppy. So again, it all depends on the stock selection. So let me write this down. It all depends on one. It all depends on stock selection. It all depends on market behavior. It depends on your persona. It all depends on your experience. And it all depends on your state of mind today. Yeah, it all depends on your state of mind today. Does that mean you cannot change this? Of course, you can change it. You can really change it as often as you want to. But again, all the rules of trading remain the same. So till the time you have done your how do I say the pre-market, and you followed most of the rules, you are going to be okay. So sometimes you need to try this, sometimes you need to try this. There are some stocks where I have strictly made buy orders here and sell orders here, and I have achieved this in 10 minutes time, and I have made all the money. But it all, again, it's a science and an art. I really cannot tell you, very strongly that this is the way it has to be done or that is the way. It would be wrong as a teacher, as a teacher who's very who's teaching their own children. So I need to make sure tell you this, that exactly what I teach you guys is exactly what I teach my children. Yeah, and my children currently are learning every moment and watching every video. Maybe you guys might not be, but my children are watching every video and very sincerely taking down notes, and I'm feeding that information to them at the age of 11 and 12, which means that is going to be their core belief for the rest of their life. So please understand this, right? So Mr. Badal, has that been able to give you the answer to what you were seeking? Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry, it's a long answer, but there you go. That's the only valid answer you have. So Anmol Verlekar, now his question is, that is a question of Anmol Verlekar, and his question is that if we have two continuous hammer formation formed at the weekly charts and the trend is up, recently broke out, but in daily charts we have inverse hammer formed for continuously 2 days. Is it a good idea to buy? See, again, it's a very how to say the right word is, um it's a very subjective question that you are asked me. Yeah. You have given me 2% of the information which is there in the chart. So unless and until I look at the chart, I don't want to give you a rule of the thumb saying that, if the weekly charts, weekly hammers are two, and the daily hammers or inverse hammers, then what do we do? It doesn't work like that. The whole objective of trading is to read the market. The whole objective of trading is to understand what the charts are talking to you. What is the chart saying now? While you have given me this information, one, I don't know what was the earlier trend. I don't know what was a short-term trend. I don't know what was a mid-term trend. I don't know what was a short-term, long-term trend. I don't know what was the stock personality. I don't know how the where is it on MAR levels. I don't know what is the RSI level. I don't know where is the demand zone or supply zone. I don't know. I don't know whether the stock has been rigged or not. So if I don't have any of this information, and if you just give me 2% of information, it's really difficult for me to explain this to you, right? So the short answer is the information which you have given me is too small for me to give you a rule of the thumb. It doesn't work like that. The whole objective, again, hammer is a hammer is a hammer. So I can show you 10 charts where hammer very strongly means that the markets will go up, but I can also show you hammer in another 5 charts where it doesn't mean a jack. Why? Because again, it all depends on the stock personality. It all depends on whether the that particular stock is rigged or not. It is very high chances that the stock could be rigged. Is it possible? Yeah, of course it is possible. There's no doubt about it. So the question which you have asked me, it's like asking me, sir, I saw a dog and that dog was extremely large and he had a lot of hair and he had long teeth and for 2 days he was not fed. So will he bite me? And he was barking very loudly. I don't know. The information is too small. I need to have a look at what really happens. You could be talking about a dog like Saint Bernards who never bite people, very large dogs. But there would be really tiny dogs who would not think twice about taking a bite out of someone. So the information which you need to give has to be a holistic information, right? So the answer is that you need to start focusing on um, uh, the entirety of what is going on rather than these small packets of information. But what I can do for you is, Anmol, and I have seen that you are very sincere as a student, and I am very impressed by that. So I will take that particular chart of Inox Leisure maybe during the later part of this webinar and explain to you what really happened. Is that okay with you? All right. Sir, me too. Sumit Marda. Me too, what, sir? IndusInd Bank also, please discuss. देखेंगे चलो. Yes, sir. Why markets open with a gap up or gap down? Is there any trade between 330 and 915 which makes the caps? All right. So Manvendra Shirawat has asked a question. Manvendra is one of our students who's joined us from Delhi. And so Manvendra, my answer is in two levels. Level number one. Uh, I and so it's a very vast answer. So his question is, and let me write down the question first, as to markets open at 9:15 and markets close at 3:30, and then again the next day market opens at 9:15, and what happens between this time is one part of the question. Second part of the question is that why do markets open with gap up or down? So Manvendra, is it okay if I give you some homework to do? Is it okay? I mean, I will try to explain this to you at the shortest point of time, but is it okay if I give you some homework to do? Yeah, okay, all right. So what I want you to do is I want you to go and have a look at the level one basics videos. Yeah, and understand what happens at 9:15, what happens at 3:30. Understand how the process of pre-market goes on, and what is happening at the closing. So I want you to understand the price action at all these and the different types of price action. And if you have done it, after that you would want to go and have listen to what I'm saying now. And let's say today, yeah, market closed at 3:30, and let's say the market closed at 9,100. Yeah, 9,100. Yeah, and this is tomorrow morning. Now, yeah, and this is 9:15. Now, first of all, and let me write down in pink because you all know by now that I like pink. Yeah, is that there is no guarantee that markets will open at the same price. There's no guarantee that the markets are going to open at the same price. So if it closed at 9,100, for all probable reasons, it will not open at 9,100. Why? And I'll explain to you why. Because the price of 9,100 closing is decided by people buying and selling at that price. The opening of 9,100, the opening of the next day at 9:15 is also decided by people buying and selling. So there was a transaction which happened at, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not even talking about the closing price, but let's say around 9,100 was the transaction which happened. And between these 2 days, for some strange reason, there was extremely good or extremely bad or average good news which came in, because obviously while the markets close at 3:30, activity doesn't work, right? So extremely bad news. So the uh, because this new information is coming between these two timelines, yeah, uh, people who are buyers and sellers, yeah, people who are buyers and sellers are going to change their buying and selling price. So they are going to, buyers are going to um, bid and offer price. The bid and offer is going to, bid and offer price is going to change. Yeah. So if it is a good news, people who are sellers are going to increase the offer price, and obviously because they're increasing the offer price, the bid price is also going to go on increasing to match that, because otherwise if everybody is selling at 9,200 and if there is nobody who's a seller at 9,200, then buyers have to increase the price to 9,200. On the other hand, if the news is bad, yeah, and everybody's scared that they might not be able to sell higher, and the buyers are feeling that they are not going to be able to get the stock, they don't want to buy the stock higher because the news is bad, and the seller obviously is very scared that they will not be able to sell it higher. So the seller, yeah, is going to lower the offer price and probably make it to 8,900, because they want to basically get out of it. And obviously the buyer also is going to become stubborn and then is going to lower the bid price and match it to 8,900. So in both those scenarios, the closing price was 9,100. Here the opening price is 9,200, or the opening price is 8,900. And this is what is causing the gap. So this is, I thought, the most easiest explanation I can give you as far as gapping is concerned. So Mr. Shirawat, are you able to get this? Is this a satisfactory answer for you? Right. So please come ahead and ask us questions, because we are really interested to make sure that you guys really learn and make money in the market, and then come back and tell us. We wait for those days. And there are a lot of people who write to me, by the way. Obviously, it doesn't get put on IMS or any other forum, but a lot of people who write to me as a personal message saying that they are doing extremely well. And it's a proud moment for us. I mean, that is what we are really seeking out and looking forward for, where people who have come to us understand this, get it inside their life, and make a lot of money out of it, and are helped on multiple levels. So please go ahead and work hard, because we are very working very hard, and make some money and tell us that you have, or use the concepts which we have been teaching you into other parts of your life, and get benefited by it. Right. So there's another question by Dinesh Sharma saying, "What constitutes stock personality? How many top types of stock personality could select. So his question is, what is a stock personality? And let me quickly come here. What constitutes stock personality, and how many types of personality that you are going to be this thing? So the question is here. Yeah. So stock. How many? What is a stock personality, and how many types? So first of all, I'm going to give you a short and long answer, and the shortest answer I can give you is one. Please attend, watch, and learn level 2B 3A. Because for me to answer this, I have to go and explain to you the entire level 2B and 3A concepts. And in this, ask me anything, it is not possible. That's one part of it. Yeah. So this is the shortest answer I can go. So yeah, AMA cannot be a substitute for a class which gets taken where you get an option of attending or you get to watch videos and learn. So this would mean to me, this question would really mean that you have not been doing things which you have been asked for. Yeah, there you need to work. Now, second question, part of the question, which is slightly a longer this thing, is stock personality. Yeah, depends on the people who deal meaning buy or sell the stock in the market. Why? Because certain type of stocks, yeah, get attracted, or certain type of people get attracted to certain type of stocks. And in fact, I can actually come down and ask all of you to select certain stocks, and I can tell you what is your personality, and I can also tell you what has been your past. I can also tell you the way you think, because what you choose in your life is a direct reflection of who you are. What you choose in your life is a direct reflection of who you are. What statements you make is a direct reflection of who you are. What you communicate to the world is a direct reflection of who you are. What questions you ask is a direct reflection of where you are and who you are today. Similarly, what stocks you buy is a direct reflection of the mind state of mind that you have, and why and what and how evolved you are in your thinking. So having said that, yeah, stocks are a direct reflection of the people who get attracted to them, and because only a certain type of people get attracted to a certain type of stocks, whatever they think or do in the market affects the stocks. Why? Because these are the people who are buying and selling the stocks. So the movement of the stocks, whichever the movement is, depends on the people who buy those stocks. And because these are the people who are buying and selling those stocks at a certain price point, the, the price of the stocks moves in a certain manner. That is the stock personality. To give you an example, yeah, if there are people who are sitting down and wearing dhoti and kurta, then their mindset is going to be different. If there are people who are going to be wearing, formal clothes all the time, even in casual situations, their mindsets are different. There are people who are going to be wearing only casual clothes, even in formal situations, their mindsets are different. There are people who go and select a Maruti 800 to drive, their mindset is different from a person who buys a luxury car. So mindsets of people are different and get communicated through what they buy, how they buy, what they associate with, and so on and so forth. Yeah. But giving you a long story short, the stocks of depend on the people who are buying them, and where people are buying and selling depends on the price action of the stocks. And this is what is called as a stock personality. Now, how do you determine the stock personality? By looking at the charts. Looking at the charts of that stock. Yeah. Now, how many types are there? God alone knows, and I'm not even interested in finding out, and there is no way to find out. But stock personality basically means the way in which a certain stock moves, and the way in which certain stock behaves, or the price of that certain stock behaves depending on the people. So it's a very graphical representation. Yeah. So I cannot explain to you, and there is no, how do I say, thesis written on it as to what are the different types of stock personality and what are the silos, and all that information is not even needed and valid. What you need to do is you understand this concept, use this concept for your own good, make money out of it, understand the predictability, if possible, the probability and the propensity of how the stock is going to behave, and use it for your advantage to make money. So it is more of an extrapolation. Like, for example, I can sit down and observe you for some period of time, and I can tell you that this is probably the kind of questions you're going to ask me, or this is probably the kind of statements you're going to ask me, and this is probably the kind of behavior which you are going to display in the class. Now, does that mean I'm here to sit down and silo you, saying this is your mindset and this is your psychological profile? I have no interest in it. I need to observe you. I need to understand this is your behavior, this is your probable behavior, and whether I can help you or I cannot help you. So the question is more of taking a decision, right? But again, this is the best explanation I could give it to you in the shortest possible period of time. If you want a shorter explanation, this is where you need to focus, and this is all I'm going to say to you as far as stock personality is concerned. Right now, has that been able to be a good enough answer for you? All right. No, you don't have to be sorry for anything, Dinesh Sharma. You asked me, yeah. So, but again, the question is, I have not done 3A yet. Yeah. So then, whole point is, if you have not done 3A, why are you asking me a question of 3A? Right? If you ask me, I have no problem. I have explained to you, but then where are you lacking? The lacking is that on your side. You've been in the class for last 10 months, and if you've not come up to speed, then there is a big problem, boss. Yeah. So Sunil Shinde says, "Good morning. India Bulls Housing Finance is my stock. Wanted to understand the personality if possible." Yeah. Only 1 month. What are you talking, Mr. Dinesh Sharma ji? You've been around for last 10 months, not 1 month. Yeah. Again, there's a disconnect about what you say and what I'm saying. Seriously, not seriously, वो आपका problem है ना, मेरा problem थोड़ी है. Anyway, let's move ahead to more important things. Sunil Shinde, India Bulls Housing Finance is my stock. Wanted to understand my personality, if possible. Understand my personality. Deadly question, boss. Please, one thing I want to tell you. You ask me, see, you ask me open-ended questions. I am known to be extremely blunt and cutting edge. Okay, so if you ask me something, don't expect me to be honeycoating you, or don't expect me to be saying things which are politically correct, because I am not politically correct. Yeah, that is what I am not. I am I am not going to honeycoat things. I am not going to say all those things. Yeah, you can expect honesty from me. You can't expect honeycoating from me. So anyway. All right. So let's have a look at. Anybody's got any questions, or we'll look at this. Sunil, we'll look at this. Anybody's got any other questions that anybody wants to ask? As far as these two topics, what I spoke about, as to how to put a trailing stop loss and how to put this stock personality, anybody's got any questions that you want to ask me? Anything at all? Okay. So if that is not the question, then let's. How do you get rid of feeling of Mr. Strain and not catching? So, Iqbal, so I'll take more of the generic questions first, and after that I do that, I'll take examples. Okay, is that okay with everyone? So let me take some generic questions first, and after doing that, let me take specific questions. Yeah. So let's do that, so that people who have to ask me generic questions will ask me. So his question is, AK Badal's question is, and let me write down with a beautiful orange because now my favorite color is orange. How do you get rid of missing a train when the stock desired price is not caught up? Okay, but this is what I understand of the question. So let me repeat the question. This is what I understand of the question at this point of time. Maybe his question was different. Correct me if the question is correct. So he's saying that if the stock has gone up, yeah, if the stock has gone up, and how do you get the feeling of missed train? And you wanted to buy here, this is where you wanted to buy, but you did not buy it here, and then it went up over here, and then you did not buy it over here, and then it went up over here, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my god, I missed the train. And then you have this feeling of guilt, and you have this feeling that you did not act on time, and then you get this feeling, okay, what to do now. So you get greed because the price has gone up, and you get a little bit of frustration. So these are a couple of things which are going to happen to you. Yeah, these are the couple of things which are going to happen to you. Yeah, when and it's not a very nice feeling when the price has moved in your direction and you are not onto that, right? So is that your question? Is Mr. Badal, is that your question? Exactly. Now, so let's tackle it. So first of all, for you to solve any problem in your life, you need to first acknowledge the problem. So till the time, see, there are two ways of managing a problem. So if you have a problem, there are two ways of managing a problem. Number one way of managing a problem is that you suppress it and say it does not exist, it doesn't exist, or you acknowledge it. Yeah, you acknowledge it, saying कि भाई मेरे को problem है, I have that problem. Okay, it's not going anywhere. And while you acknowledge it, you might choose not to do anything about it. So you just acknowledge it, and you might choose not to do anything about it, which is also okay. Or the third is, if you have acknowledged it, you take action. Correct? So all of you guys are either moving in this bracket or this bracket or this bracket. Am I correct? Are you guys moving, all of you? Forget about the stock market. Are you guys moving into either of this? So either you can suppress it saying, अरे मेरे को तो problem ही नहीं है जिंदगी में, I'm happy and lucky. Okay, great. Or you say, listen, I have a problem. So you can say, if you're not making enough money, you can say, I'm not making, uh, I'm not making money. No, everything is fine. My life is fine. I never wanted to make more money anyway. I don't want better things in my life anyway. So that's suppressing. Second is saying, listen, boss, I'm not making money, and I know I'm not making money, and I'm not making enough money. But I don't want to do anything about it right now because maybe I don't know what to do, or I just don't have the desire to do something, or I'm not driven enough. That's the second part. Or the third part is saying, listen, boss, I know I'm not making money. Now I want to do something about it. So it's either here or here. So either you're here, or you're going to be here, or you're here. So is that how it works with everybody, or is there is there another reaction pattern anybody has? Please type it down. If you have any other reaction pattern. No, it's either one or two. क्या everybody is disappeared? क्या screen on करके चले गया क्या? Because I can see 27 people, but none of you guys are responding. So what's happening? I can see 27 people who are attending, but none of you guys are responding. Okay. हाँ ना कुछ तो बोलो. I have knowledge. चलो ठीक है. Yeah, either it's two or three, whatever, wherever you are. So at some problems in your life, you guys are going to be here. At some problems in your life, you guys are going to be here. At some problems in your life, you're going to be here. वो होते रहता है. देखो boss, please understand. We were not born with a textbook. We were not born with the owner's manual. So if you are not born with an owner's manual, don't expect that you're going to do everything right in your life. So your life is going to be, it's basically going to be like a chart. Yeah. Sometimes you're going to do right things. Sometimes you're going to do wrong things. Sometimes you're going to do right things. Sometimes you're going to do very right things. Sometimes you're going to do wrong things and it is going to come down. So this is the way it is. So generally your chart of your life, okay, this is the way your life is going to be. So there is no other way of doing it. So your objective is, so do enough good or right things so that your chart goes like this. So long term it has to be an uptrend. Yeah, long term it has to be an uptrend. These are okay. These are could happen because of situations. These are where you have mentally gone mad. It happens, all of us go insane at times in our life. We do something stupid in our life. Well, we are humans, these things happen. So but if most of the time you're doing right things, yeah, then your chart is going to be like this, your personal chart. And this will also reflect your monetary chart. So your monetary chart will also reflect this in one way or the other. Look at it. So now coming back to the point. Now the question is why? Because this is a psychology part. So why am I coming and talking about life and psychology? Because stock market is psychology. After you learn the entire stock market, you'll realize that 98% of what you do in the stock market and how much money you make in the stock market is psychology, and it is all depending on you. So if you're going to say, okay, I missed the bus, you're going to feel guilty, frustrated, all that, all that. Now, first, and let me write down with a beautiful green because now green is my favorite. Number one, this is going to happen. All your life in the stock market. ये होने वाला है. This is going to happen all your life in the stock market. Why? Because you are always going to do some screw up somewhere in the market all the time. So just because you learn from me and just because you've done all the right things doesn't mean that you are going to have all the right behaviors in the market, because markets are very dynamic. You are very dynamic. There are times where you are going to say that, oh, I should have taken the trade and then it went up. So it is going to happen all the time. So ये तो guarantee है. Okay. Now, if it is going to happen all the time, your objective is try to reduce how many times it happens. Yeah. Your time to reduce how many times it happens. Now, you're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to, feel that you did not act on time. This is going to happen. Now, is there an antidote to it? There is no antidote. There's no antidote to it. This is going to happen to you. Yeah. How you can reduce it? You can reduce it by discipline. So how do you reduce it? Now let's focus on the solution part of it. Then the solution part of it is, one, you can reduce it by discipline. You can reduce it by acting on it. So actions. So you can say that, मैंने तो stock market में मैं 10 साल से हूँ लेकिन मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं. वो आपका problem है. The problem is with you. Yeah. The problem is with you. You did not action it. The problem is with you. Yeah, markets are going to go up. You did not action it. So you need to acknowledge and understand that you have a personality where you do not action something. And I know a lot of people in this world, yeah, who have this big problem in life that they just don't action. They watch, they keep on watching, they keep on talking, they keep on thinking, but they never action. And your results in life depend on actions. So I know a lot of people, and while I'm speaking to them, they also know that they have this problem, but they will never do anything about it because that is the core. That is who they are. That's how they are, and that's how far they're going to go in life. So they will keep on watching. देखते रहेंगे. They'll keep on talking. अरे ये ऐसा है वैसा है वैसा है वैसा है. Talk. And they'll keep on thinking. करना चाहिए, ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए, ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए. But they will never action. And everything that you do in your life and that you get in your life is all about actions. It's got nothing to do with this. So it's got nothing to do with this. It's got everything to do with this. your actions. So first of all, you need to have discipline. You don't have discipline, you're dead. Yeah. Second, you need to have actions. So you have to act on it. And so are you going to feel greedy? Yes, you're going to feel greedy. Are you going to feel guilty? Yes, you're going to feel guilty. Are you going to feel fearful that you did not take it? Yes. Are you going to jump on over here? Yes, you're going to do that. Why? Because that's how it works. Because you're going to start feeling, array, what if it goes further up? I did not take it, then and it's not going to come down. This is going to happen. Now, what is the largest antidote that you have? Free. And this is the secret of the stock market, if you might want to listen to it and understand it. You need to be, the word is be, in the market by participating. Just to give you an example, अभी मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा कि are people around or where have they disappeared or what is happening and where they are going, and 27 people are there but nobody even decided to type. It's a simple thing saying, listen, hello, I'm there, and nobody wanted to participate. So if they can't participate in a chat and say and acknowledge that they are around, how will they be in the stock market? And if they are not there in the stock market, markets will keep on going up and they are where they are in life. So where is the problem? The problem is not with what I'm teaching. The problem is with you guys. And the problem is action. This is the problem. So you need to be in the market. You need to be in the market. You need to keep on saying, this is the word, you need to be in the market. And if you're not there in the market, you're going to get into big trouble. Because the markets will keep on going up. Markets are not going to keep on waiting for you. You need to be in the market. The word is be. By participating in the market. Just because you have done this course does not mean that you're going to be successful. Just because you've done this course does not mean you're going to make a lot of money. It just simply means that you took an effort to learn it, and with the virtue that you have taken an effort to learn it, with the virtue that you have taken an effort to learn it, I can guarantee you, because I have taken so many seminars, probably more than 4,000 of them so far, and spoken to at least 8 or 9 lakh people, I can guaranteedly tell you, you are better than 99% people in the stock market, including professionals, because I know how deep the professionals are. So just by the objective that you have decided to be in the stock market and learn it, you are straight off better. I'm not even saying are going to be better. You are straight off better than 99% people in the stock market, including the professionals. Because if you think most of the professionals know, they don't know a jack about the stock market. Most of them are working for other people and taking salaries. So including the professionals, most of them are too busy working for other people, going to office and taking salaries and saying that they are in the stock market. That's not called being in the market. You make money in the market. So till the longer you stay in the market, the more you learn, the higher the chances that you'll make money, the better you become in your life, which is develop your personality, you're going to be making more money. So as you participate more, and the word is participate, as you participate more in the stock market, as you participate more in the stock market, you will realize that you will get immune to all this. You will actually realize that you are getting immune to all this. So you will get immune to frustration, because you will realize that there are 1,000 opportunities which are going to come, and they are just going to keep on coming. You will get tired of the opportunities, but they'll keep on coming because they are always there. You will stop being greedy and you will start saying, listen, I need to lead my life. So a lot of time people, you guys must be wondering as to why am I not trading full time? Because I have realized I have got over all this. And I'm more focused on what I want to do in my life. Money is going to keep on coming, and I have only certain limited use of the money which I have in my life, and money does not affect me one nowadays, and it, because my needs are very low. I only need to buy these things to keep me going. Yeah, if I want to become healthy, then I need to run more, I need to go to the gym more, I need to eat more healthier food, not junk food. I need to, in fact, if I eat more cleaner food, I'm going to become more healthier. which means it is absolutely opposite to what materialism is talking about. So as you actually get more money and you realize that the amount of money which you have can buy you whatever you want in your life, the moment you realize this, you are going to start doing things which are more important to you in your life. If I come and tell you that I can give you 50 crores right now, and for rest of your life you can go and buy whatever you want to buy, you're going to go mad. You're going to buy all the things, and after you buy all the things, you'll realize, okay, boss, that is not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is probably going to the jungle and staying there for 4 days, or what makes me happy is going and swimming in the sea. And then you will start focusing on those things. What it basically means is you're going to get over your greed, you're going to get over your frustration, you're going to get over your guilt of not acting. Yeah, and you will start focusing on more things. So all this will be taken care of, provided you are in the market for enough period of time, you are learning, you're working hard, and you have that knowledge. So long story short, this is my answer. So where is the question? This is your problem, the solution is here. One, discipline. Second, act on it. Third, you need to be in the market where part है. Put the money यार. Stop asking questions में कितना पैसा बनाएगा. वो पैसा बनते रहेगा पूरा जिंदगी में. 40 साल है अगला. If you guys are about 35 or so, which is your benchmark, you have got 40 more years in the stock market. कितना पैसा बनाने का बोलो. But you guys are going to get drained out early because you are just going to be hopping around like a man, people who are feeding frenzy. This is going to be a graph, and then after 1 year you are going to be so tired that you did not make money, you're going to drop it. So have a sustainable graph in the market. Do you know that a person like Warren Buffett, he entered the market at the level, Warren Buffett entered the market when he was 11 years age. Yeah, and he started making big money at the age of 55, and today 80 plus. So it is in the last 30 years that he has made money. From 11 to 55 he was making money, but not the big money. And he's a genius, which means his IQ level is about 160 plus. So he's 1,000 times smarter than me, and he's 1,000 times smarter than you. And he started learning at the age of 11, and he started making big money at the age of 55. But if you would have decided to learn at the age of 11 and then said, "Arey, at the age of 12, मैंने पैसा नहीं बनाया," and he would have dropped it, you would have never reached here. That's going to be the story with most of you guys. Am I clear about it, Mr. Badal? Have I given you given answer to all of? This is the best answer I could have given to all of you. I'm sorry. If this answer was not satisfying, and if you wanted a bullet point answer, I'm sorry, that's not what you're going to get it from. Yeah. So somebody else had asked this question. Vinayak had asked this question. Sir, requesting you to please do a masterclass on brain and mind, how they are separate. How do they work with each other? What is mind? How to create mind and brain? How to use balance between betterment of us. Okay. So he wants his question is to do a masterclass between the concept of brain and mind. So what is the difference between a brain and a mind? तो इसका आंसर एक है कि actually the last masterclass which happened, I did touch upon this. If you really heard me talking about it, I did talk about this. Yeah, a part of it was on what is your mind and who you are and how does the mind. So this is basically psychosomatic kind of science, and this is the neurophysiology or neuropsychology. This is more of neuropsychology. This is more of neurophysiology. This is more of psychosomatic part of science. And how does the interrelation between these two work? Is that your question? Is that your question? Okay, if that is a question, then maybe I can get more deeper into it. But this is the deeper part of thinking and deep part of the stock market. And I don't know how many of you guys can. I mean, I get scared because I try to get into this part, and a lot of people. I feel that a lot of people would not be able to appreciate it, or a lot of people might just feel कि bone मार रहा है. So that's why I don't get into this part of it, because nobody really wants to talk about this part. But the essence of trading, the essence of your success is actually the connection between the mind and the brain. and how does the brain create your mind, and how does the mind react to the brain, and what is the physiology here, and how does this get created, and who you are, and what does the brain do for you. So it's a little the deeper end of life and stock market and all that, but let me try. So Vinayak, there you go. So you asked me a question. I'll have to do a lot of research on it. Apart from that, what I know already, but I need to be see, what happens is when I'm taking a master class, you guys have to understand that there is a lot of research and lot of reading and lot of self introspection and a lot of thought process application which happens. So it's not that easy. So it's not that I'm sitting down and I'm reading a book and I'm coming down with answers. It doesn't work like that. It is, I'm actually stressing out on all the things that I've so far learned in my life and trying to put it together. So let me try. So now here's what we're going to do. We are almost we've been working on. Please tell him to read on the Sankhya philosophy of creation. Okay, we can read it. I don't know. I haven't read it, but Anil Puri says that there is something which is called as Sankhya, let me write it down. Sankhya philosophy of creation. Okay, I haven't read it. I don't know what it is, but Anil Puriji says that it is, and I know Anil Puriji well enough to take every word which he says very seriously. So maybe I'll also do a little bit of research. So thank you, Anil ji. Yeah, thank you so much. And maybe we can meet up later if you have some time, and you can explain to me what it is, and then I could disseminate it across to the group. So here's what we're going to do now. I need about 2 minutes of break. So all of you guys, please close your eyes for 2 minutes and think about what I have spoken so far. Take 2 minutes and quickly write down and jot down what we have spoken so far, and I'll directly go on to the charts. Okay, so just 2 minutes more, and then we are going to start with the session again. So the time is 9:58. So by about 10 o'clock we'll start, and I'm going to take about 3 charts which people had asked me, and then we'll do that. Is that okay? So time starts now. So we'll start in about 2 minutes time. Let's quickly start. So there were 3 questions which people had asked me, and the first chart was kaun sa tha bhai? Inox Leisure. So let's have a look at Inox Leisure. Yeah, INOXLE. Inox Leisure. All right. So Inox Leisure. So it's a very nice and trending stock. So it's given a breakout. So it's been a stock which has been around for a long period of time. It's given a breakout. And Inox Leisure is a beautiful trending stock. Let me have a look at the stock for just give me 1 second. Let me read. So where was your question? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, Anmol. Let me understand this question of yours better. So probably I can speak to you. I can speak to you on the phone later, and just give me 1 second. My mom is trying to feed me. So I'll try to understand and make a video on this one. Is that okay? Because I want to understand what exactly is your query, and then answer that query, and then give you a little bit of take on how the stock is. Is that okay with you, Anmol? All right. So I'll make a special video for you. Give me some time, maybe 2-3 days, and I'll make a video for you. Second question was by kiska tha? Because let me just go through it. What was the second question? India Bulls Housing Finance. Chalo dekhte hai yaar. India Bulls Housing Finance. India Bulls Is this a chart that you're talking about, India Bulls? Is this the chart that you're talking about? Who would ask this question, India Bulls ka? I don't know who would ask this question. Maybe there is no space between Indian Bulls. Okay, there's no space between Indian Bulls. Okay, India Bulls reality. India Bulls reality ये है क्या? There's no space between Indian Bulls. Okay, all right. Is this the question? Is this the thing? Stock personality? Yeah, let's have a look at the India Bulls 900 wala. 900 wala. कौन सा 900 wala? Let me have a look. It's not even this one. In India Bulls Housing Finance. So let me have a look. I'm not able to get it, boss. एक मिनट रुको यार. India Bulls real estate is at 143 and 108. Which one do you want? Can you, the person who asked, IB Housing, okay. IBUL, okay. Okay, India Bulls Housing Finance. Chalo, dekhte hain. Let's have a look at India Bulls here. So India Bulls Housing Finance, I think it was started in 2013. So I think there was an IPO at 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And so after 2013, it has been beautifully trending. Yeah, so it's been beautifully trending. So what? It seems to be like a good stock. It seems to be like a very nice stock. But from, if I have to give you the shortest answer first, if this is the stock which you're talking about, this is a managed stock. This is a stock which is managed. Now, don't ask me why, because there are a lot of things to it. It's about chart reading, and it's a stock which is managed. India Bulls, I know that group. I'm aware of that group, and apart from that, the way the stock is moving, yeah, it looks like it is managed. It looks like there is an objective of doing this, and the shortest way answer I can give you why it looks managed, apart from all the way the candles work and all that, is that it is sticking to, this is the blue, this is the 5 EMA, yeah. And if the stock was very liquid, it is, unless and until somebody is really trying to sit down and how do I say the right word is, whenever you see a pattern which is sticking to 5 or 13 EMAs, it is always a scary situation for me, because there is a lot of effort put for the stock to move at 5 or 30 EMAs, which means there is a constant buying which happens, and then there is a drop which happens, and then there is a constant buying which happens, and then there is a drop which happens. So there is a lot of effort. Manage means regdia. Manage means that somebody is being paid to move the stock in a certain direction. It is premeditated. It is with the objective that they will take the stock, pump up the stock. It's called as pump and dump. So they'll pump up the stock, they will move it to a certain level, and then they dump the stock so that most of the people lose money, and the price will come down, and then pull up the stock again. So this is a very typical what is called as a managed stock, a pump and dump stock. And the easiest way to figure this out, easiest way, okay, is this. So while it looks like a very good trading stock and it moved from 360 to about just 1 second. Yeah, it's about from about 200 to about 900. In the period of time of how much? Let me just have a look. Yeah, so it's moving from 2014 to 2017. So in the price of in the point of 3 years, it has given a multiple of 4 plus dividends. So in 3 years, it has given a multiple of 4 and a lot of dividends. And so the fact that it is it is sticking to 5 days EMA. Okay, 5 days or 13 is still okay, but if you're 5 days EMA, there's a lot of effort in, how do I say the right word is, there's a lot of makeup applied to make this stock look beautiful. Yeah, so this is a very typical scenario. See, there's a 5 days EMA, pump and dump. So if you ask me if you are going to trade the stock, there you go, you can. It's up to you and it's your money. I would not trade a stock like this. And if this was a stock and if it was something else, believe me, I would be on it and I would be making a lot of money out of it. So my shortest answer is that. Bharat, do you want to add something to this from whatever stocks which we have said? And I have seen a lot of stocks in last 5 years like this, and I have been telling people that don't trade this stock, and people have traded such stocks, and they've got into big trouble. So there are a lot of examples in IMS about this. So if you ask me, anything which is a 5-day EMA is direct clear cut. Why do I know this? Because I have been one of those people who have managed the stocks and traded the stocks and done pump and dump on these stocks. So I have done it myself. Okay, of course, we will delete these comments later, but I have done it myself. So yeah. So does that give you an answer? I don't know who asked that question to me. So if you ask me what is your personality is that you are a kind of person who looks around, finds the most glamorous things in life, gets attracted to the most glamorous things in life, who gets attracted by, how do I say the word is, trends and fashions, and you're very easily to be managed. Your trust level is on a very high level, because trust is basically a chemical which is emitted in the brain. So it's very easy for somebody to manage you. You're looking at the latest fads. You're attracted. You get attracted toward the superficiality of things, and you don't spend enough time thinking about what really needs to be done. There you go. You asked me, I told you. Anybody else? Can you go through stock of Heritage I've managed? I feel it is managed to manage means Reg DS. 50% last year. Manoj Barodia, I given you an answer. India Bulls Real Estate. Achha, so Anil Puri says, now you know why you're not. See, look, I'm not here to judge you guys. I really don't have that kind of bandwidth and time, but it's very easy for me if I have to do it. So I'm focusing more on development and things like that. Yeah, but if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, right? Otherwise, I will not put my energy towards doing that, because it doesn't help me much. By judging other people, how is it helping me? I'm here to learn better things from you so that I can use it for my own intention, so that I develop myself the way I see it. And if you want to really hear it, and I say this to Bharat Lal all the time, so Bharat might, you might want to have a conversation with him offline and understand what I say to him. And my philosophy of life is, we've got the world to conquer. We've got the entire world to conquer. There is enough money to be made in the world. There is enough money to be made in the world. There is enough money to be made in the stock market. Yeah. If you have the intelligence, and if you are able to work hard, and if you are able to develop yourself, the whole world can be at your feet. There is enough money for everybody. पैसे की जिंदगी में कमी नहीं है, पैसे कमाने वाले की जिंदगी में कमी है. So I don't need to focus on you to make money. If I want to make money, I'll go and If I'm smart, and I think I am, and if I'm hardworking, and I think I am, then I've got the entire world to make money out of. I don't need to focus on you. Are you understanding? So there are 1,000 things which I can do to make money, and I get enjoyment out of it, and I could do it and have a fulfilled life. So when you come from a point of view that you have to take money away from somebody else to become rich, it's a win-lose situation. That time you don't prosper in your life at all. But if you can help other people to make money while the same time you make money, and if both people are developing, then you are going. There is no limit to the amount of success you can have in your life. So this is the way I see it. Yeah. So here's what it is. So you're not asking. Godrej Connection been selected stocks for today's webinar. So Vipin Sharma, yeah. So the Godrej Consumer Products and Asian Paints were the stocks selected for today. But unfortunately, we're slightly out of time. We've been going on at it for last 1 hour 20 minutes now. So what we can do is maybe Bharat, will you be able to make a video of these two charts and post it later? Yeah, okay. So Bharat will do that. He'll sit down and make the charts of it. I think this is where we come to the end of the session, because one, it gets heavy for me, and second, it also gets heavy for you. And so we will end the session now. And Bharat will make two very terse videos and put it on TCIMP. Is that okay with everyone? Is that fine? Does this work for all of you guys? Yeah, because this kind of drains me out. Actually, today I had a holiday from OTA, so I was thinking that I'll relax in my first thing in the morning. I got up at about 5 in the morning, and the first thought which I came to my mind was, today I don't want to go for a run, or today I don't want to exercise, and today I should have a holiday. Today I should shut down everything and not think of anything, and take a holiday from myself. So I wanted to take a holiday from myself, from being who I am, and do something else, so that I rejuvenate myself and I can absorb more, and I can give you some more to the next week. That was my thinking first thing in the morning. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here and spending this beautiful Sunday morning here. We'll put up the videos later, and then this obviously will go in sometime, and so you guys can watch this video again and learn whatever you have to learn. All right. So thank you guys. Again, after we put up this AMA session onto TCIMP, if you have any questions, please ask those questions so that I can maybe probably during the week make some video and give it to you. Right. So here's where I'm logging off. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate you guys giving me that kind of time.